Welcome to Tanks Invest. We're talking about investing, finance, and professional. As a recording time of 7:21 a.m. on Eastern Time, Ethereum coin traded $3,250, down about 4.60% so far. On the overall crypto market and the equity market, in the pre-market perspective, the equity market is showing a little bit signs of, a minimal reversal at the moment. On Dow Jones is currently up about 0.03%, S&P is currently up about 0.17%, while Nasdaq is still down but slightly in a down 0.13% so far. And on the crypto side of the house, as you know, we've been experiencing some volatility in the last couple of days so far, ever since the Fed minutes has came out, obviously on them pulling the brakes on the quantitative tapering going forward. Obviously will subsequently, terminate the stimulus checks that the American residents has been getting, also the corporate support they've been getting, right? And with that happens, the interest rate subsequently spiked. And what spiked yesterday was pretty much a historical record high of 1.75% in that specific time frame, right? And when you saw that spike, you see a subsequent anti-collision effect across the entire market, basically dropping the entire market. Now, on the crypto side of the house, we also have seen from the negative headwind coming out from Kazakhstan. As you have remember from the internet shutdown that has occurred in the previous days. And as you know, Kazakhstan, again, if you don't know, in a geopolitical perspective, is the world's largest, second largest, right, Bitcoin mining hub, which subsequently, if you shut down their internet, it will have some weight pushing down on the price point for Bitcoin. And Bitcoin has a direct correlation effect to the entire crypto market, dragging the entire market to go down from, right? And what's expecting today, we do have one major macro catalyst, which is stem from the job report that we'll be hearing later today. And the report will basically talks about with respect to what's going on in December. We had the November revision report, which was frankly a record high in terms of unemployment, and also with respect to the shortage on the job supply in the domestic front in the US, right? So we see how that, subsequent progression on a month-to-month basis will look like for December. And on a technical front, we are pretty much at the bottom already. So that's something we will see how we'll triangulate going forward. My gut feeling is that we should be bouncing today. That's a logical one. And I think people are still in that panic mode. They are still in that fear-mongering mentality. But I know that it's been just how many days now? I would say we've been selling off for quite some time, ever since last year, November 10th. That was the peak when we hit the all-time high at 4,871. And we're selling down to close to in proximity of the low 3,000 now, right? So it's just been a couple months of consecutive downward pressure so far, right? So let's just dive right into technicals in a bit. Let me see if there's any news that is really worth mentioning yet. I think beside the job report and also with respect to the recent macro catalysts that we've already talked about, like the Fed's meetings, the Kazakhstan affectation, and the job report, which is something that we'll have to watch out for today, would be the key critical macro drivers, right? So with respect to recording time of 7:25 a.m. on the Eastern Time, Ethereum coin traded $3,246, down about 4.73% so far. And you can see clearly we are bouncing from the 3,150, which was the level to identify, right? We cracked down even further because of just what downward pressure coming from the international side of the house. But people immediately bought up because that was really, really depleted, right? And you can see that we are at the 29 out of 70. So we are extremely oversold. Extremely oversold, okay? So what I foresee happening today as we get the job report, I do not have the prediction of what's going to come out. But I think based on just the technicals, we are looking for some reasons to rebound. right? Because people are selling on a loss collectively at the moment based on what the chart is telling me. So it's not rational for people to keep selling off like this, especially not within this time frame. So I think we should be bouncing nicely, and the next level that we have to bounce back up to would be from what we're currently done already in the pre-market perspective to the 3,350, right? And then 3,475, right? And that will allow us to regain momentum. But right now it's still pending because the job report seems like it's still, we don't know the results. And if a report comes out to be just a little bit more optimistic than expectation, it should subsequently reverse the market up nicely. So that's what I foresee to be happening. And also with respect to the Omicron news, which is still another affectation, that's something we'll also have to stitch into that triangulation. We identified 3 macro catalysts, right? The fourth one would be the Omicron one, but the Omicron one has been something that we've been experiencing for quite some time now, so we're having that more of a watered down affectation despite the cases surging across the country and globally. But that's also what we have to think about. And then the fifth catalyst that I forgot to mention, today's a Friday. So, do we want to end the Friday or shift towards the weekend on a good note? Or are people going to be fleeing away to be more in a safe haven type of mindset? That's something we also have to think about, right? Because people typically would like to incur profit taking around this time frame, right? During this weekend. But regardless of all of that, people are, I would say, because of the fact that we've been extremely oversold, they're looking for a reason to rebound, right? So I think that's what's going to be happening. Again, that's my gut feeling. Again, it's a feeling. It's not real. But that's the typical observation, right, that I've seen, right? And right now for Bitcoin, we bounced from the approximately 40. We didn't even touch it. We just touched the exactly 41, right? And we got there when we were basically below 30 at the 29 out of 70, so really oversold. So I think we're going to bounce back to the 43,900 and then subsequently to the 45 and then the 47 from there. Dogecoin's down about 2.21%. Anywhere from the current level to below is still better level for us at the 34 out of 70, so it's not terrible at the moment. Cardano, we bounced from the 119, exactly what we talked about. I think right now it's okay still. I think anywhere from current level to 119 is still good level for us. Solana is currently down about 5.24%. Yeah, we broke 155, and the next level is going to be 133. And once we go to 133, it's going to 113 from here. XRP is at 75 right now, 76. Anywhere from the 79 to 69 is still good frame with the 36 right now. So right now it's not terrible. Polkadot is down about 1.16%. Anywhere from current level to the bottom at the 23 is still good with the 41 out of 70. So optimal, a little bit more mediocre in comparisons to others. Algorand's down about 4% right now, 147. We're still like kind of neutral, not really oversold yet. So anywhere from 135 to below is still better level for us. Shiba Inu is in our strike zone now, finally, all over again. So anywhere from 2,950 to below would be good frames to incur risk. Right now we're oversold right now. MacTac is down about 3.25%. We're still neutral, so we're getting there. Still got some room to fall down to. We're like trying to crack $2, which we will because of this negative pattern. We are seeing a clear head and shoulder. So we're gonna go down to 175. Obviously, we test to $2 because it's a flat number. 175, 143 still better for us. AVAX down about 4% as well. We are touching closely to the 90, 90s as a first level. But real level is 80 to 60 from here. Luna is still selling off because of the head and shoulder. You can see clearly a head, shoulder, 42 out of 70. Right now going down to the 62, 52, and 45 from here. And with respect to Enron, we're pretty much like very oversold right now. We are basically drilling oil in the ground at the moment at the 32 out of 70. So yeah, right now is still not a bad level if you hold on and incur the logical risk, right? We're still in the good strike zone, right? And respect to price level to risk mitigate going forward, these are levels identified. You can see clearly we are within a lot of the fair, attractive, and steal levels for respective coins. Obviously, they have a different level of spectrums that you have to incur. I made some revisions here and there all over again, just to be more precise, knowing the fact that we have such volatility recently. But let me know how it goes on this not Monday. I can't believe it's already Friday. But let me know if there's any specific questions that arises, and I'm happy to be helpful. And take care. Bye.